Hey people, this video is going to be on scanning slides on the Epson V600 Flatbed scanner. There's really not a lot of info on how to do this. They kind of explain it in the manual and the information is worthless. So after spending a lot of time, hours, I am going to tell you what I've learned. You want to take your slide holder and put it on the flatbed glass. Make sure that this little tab here fits into the slot C. There's an A, B and an A over there. You want your tab to fit into the slot C. Your slides are going to be going over here. Now, what you want to do is you want the shiny side of the slide to go downward towards the glass, which they tell you in the manual, but it's really confusing. So let me shut this off for a minute. Alright, so what I ended up doing is I ended up putting on a visor, a magnifying visor, so I could see really well. Because you need to find the right side of the slide. This is the dull side. This is the shiny side. Now obviously you can look at the reflection in here and see that it's very shiny, but you know, that's not really easy to do when you're looking at this thing. Yeah, it's got some shine on there, but what I ended up doing is I took the slide, looked at both sides, and hopefully you can see it in here, probably not. But when I had the non-shiny side facing towards me, that's when I could see, and I tilted the slide, I could see it kind of looked like an embossed photograph. You could see little bumps like an embossing, and that's how I knew that this was the dull side, not the shiny side. That's the side that needs to go up. And like I was saying, the easiest way to do that is to take the slide and tilt it around and look for that embossing type. You can kind of see it there in a way. Look for the oh, there it is, down in the bottom right. Let me get that glare out of the way. That's how you know that you're on the embossed side. See that stuff down on the bottom right? That's the embossed part of it. That needs to be facing upward. Okay, you're going to take that slide and put it in the holder. Now, I'm using professional mode. You could use the other modes. Professional gives you a little bit more of an option. Maybe you don't need all these options. I don't need them, but I'm using them anyway. So you can click on the down arrow and choose what option you want. As I said, I'm using the professional mode. The original, you have a choice here. Reflective. Reflective is a regular photograph. It's reflecting towards you. Film, obviously, is 35mm negatives or anything that's not a reflective photograph. So that's what you want. You click down over here. You've got positive film, color negative film, and black and white negative film. If your film is black and white, that's what you want to use, is black and white negative film. If you have a 35mm slide, you want to use positive film. If you have a film strip, then it appears that with the 35mm film strips, those are negative films and not positive. Why? I don't understand, but all I can say is if you're doing 35mm slides, you want it to be on positive film. Resolution. Okay, I'm going to be using 48-bit, which is pretty high up there, but I would rather use, if you're using black and white, then obviously you're going to go with a black and white because you can't overscan that. A lot of people would be happy just using 24-bit if they're worried about file size and it's not that important of a photo. I'm only going to be scanning this once, so I want to have the best that I can without going overboard. So I am going to use 48-bit color. The choice is up to you, of course. Resolution, you have an incredible amount of choices here. You shouldn't really overscan in your resolution. You just get a huge file for no reason. So scanning something 12,800 is ridiculous. 9600, you're really going with a digital image enhancement, and that's what the scanner is capable of doing, 9600. So scanning at 12,800 is kind of ridiculous and very unnecessary unless you're a professional. I'm going with 1200. I think that is a fair enough size that allows me to do an 8 by 10 enlargement, which I'm never going to do because I'm just scanning these for a slideshow. So I'm sticking with 1200. The choice again is yours. Got some options over here for high-level histogram and adjusting the brightness if you want to mess with that. I don't, so I'm going to leave those alone. Unsharp Mask is actually something that you want to check. It makes the edges of the picture sharper. Even though it says Unsharp Mask, it's not really a mask. So that's the only thing that I'm going to check is Unsharp Mask. Grain reduction, I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with color restoration or dust removal because that really affects the scan and what your final result is going to be, even with digital ice. This stuff is good if you don't want to hassle with any editing. My feeling is I'm happy with what I got. I'm not a professional. I don't mind if there's dust on the slides. These slides are very old, and it's okay if they're dusty and showing some scratches. So the only thing I'm going to do is the Unsharp Mask. If you check any of this stuff, like I was telling you, it is going to limit the quality of the final scan because of what it's doing to remove all of this stuff. So after you get all these things set up, then you want to click on Preview, and Preview will go in there and preview your scan and let you decide what you want to do. After you've done that once, then you're going to have the option where you don't even need to do Preview. You can just click on Scan. Here is your file save settings, which will allow you to, where is that? Image, what you want to start it to name the file as, the number that you want it to start at, JPEG if you want it to be a JPEG or TIFF, whatever you want it to be, whatever file format. I set it for compression of 1 because JPEG is already compressing the file and I don't want to lose a lot of data, so I'm going to go with 1 compression, which is the least. Overwrite, if you want to overwrite the file names, I don't want it to overwrite anything. Show the dialog before the next scan. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so let me go on with the scan. Okay, so you can see that I've placed the slide in the holder. You've got 4 slides you can put in there. I placed the slide in the holder because I'm only going to scan 1 for this example. And remember, the shiny side down, the embossed or dull side should be on top. Remember that you want to remove the matte holder, the matte cover in the top of the cover. Slide that out so that you can get the transparency light from the top to scan your photos. Alright, my battery's going to die on me in any second now. I've got like 3 minutes, so I'm going to click on the preview. It's going to go do its little preview scan in progress. I've got 2 minutes to get this video recorded. It takes about 1 minute at this 1200 DPI to scan each slide. Okay, scan progress. Now we're going to get a photo that's going to come up in a minute, which is going to be the preview, and I've got 2 minutes to finish the video. There's the preview. Now I'm going to click on scan, so it'll actually scan at, okay, and then this box comes up that I was showing you. Click on OK. It goes in there and does its scanning. Still have 2 minutes on my recording battery. It does its scanning, which is going to take 1 minute. And like I said, after you get your first scan, then the next time you go to do this, you can just click scan if you want to, after all your settings are set up. There it is. I'm going to click on the file over there, and there is the scanned photo. Pretty incredible. And that is how you use the Epson V600 software. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe, do the thumbs up stuff, and go to my channel page. Click on the support this channel and help me out. Thank you. Bye.